What the fuck is up? And a super special hey everybody, what on earth is up? To all fans of Alien Stage, all my 14-year-olds heading into ninth grade, I hope your summer's going awesome. Hope you've had a lot of fun. To any adult fans of Alien Stage, if they exist, it's just me and you against the world, Diva. So anyways, I'm gonna be rating the 4 characters, of Alien Stage. There's other ones. There's 2 other ones. 2 other baddie thoughties that I know of, but they're not here, and that's okay. And I also couldn't tell you their names if you had a gun to my head. So, anyways, I first saw Alien Stage, like, I don't know, last month or something, and then the newest one came out, Karma. I thought that was really fun. I thought that was quite funny. So, I've been mulling over my thoughts for the last, I guess, like, month or 2. And I just, like, I can't be silenced anymore. I must share. So, I'm gonna go with the easy ones first. Sewer. I did not understand this diva at first. I didn't like her, and then I read those weird gay comics, and I was like, oh, she's a diva through and through. And I do have to say, like, love her little baby dress, little baby doll dress. That's awesome. But at the time, I was like, this isn't enough for me. But then, and also I was like kind of a hater of her PC greasy bang, 3-strand bang, limp hair. But I think that's also become volumized over time, and now she often looks like her hair is blowing in the wind. Okay, sorry everyone. I changed tier maker because I was trying to make it so OBS didn't capture the ads that were doxing my zip code and actual location. And then I found this one, and that's nice. So anyways, back to 3-piece Supreme lesbionic diva Sua. She's been rising in the ranks for me, and I really like how she is crazy. I think that's awesome. I think practicing being shot by stabbing yourself in the neck is really sick. I think having a bizarre, crazy relationship, codependent, with a woman with pink hair, is also really cool. And the woman with pink hair, she loves you because she saw you in your genderless 1902 baby dress. I think that's like, hold on. Let me see something. Let's see, FDR. Like, this is literally what Sua was wearing.
The year's 1895. I've put on my baby costume for the last time before I come a young woman. Young woman of 15.
I assume they wore these until they were 15. I have this haircut now, also. So, let's really think about that. So Sua, I've become fond of her. I like that she seems... So at first I was like, why the fuck did they kill her in the first thing? Like, this is gay erasure. This is strange, quiet, lesbian erasure. They're not letting us get to know her. But I think after rewatching a few times, and, you know, looking at some of those strange comics, I get it now. I do get it. I see Sua's divosity, which is really cool. And I've grown to enjoy her busted, limp bob. I like that it's blowing in the wind now. The next one we're gonna do, I said I was gonna do the easy ones first. I'm so sorry to whoever has doo-doo taste. It has to be Ivana number 1. Truly, Ivan is the funniest. Like, I don't know if it's right that you have to watch multiple times. Be like, oh, I kind of get Sua. Oh, it's been several years and we only just now got to see a little bit more of Sua. Wow. I don't know how right that is. But as far as Ivan goes, I mean, first watch. Diva Supreme. Truly, like, screaming, clutching my pearls. This guy's awesome. This guy is awesome. I like how sometimes he looks really old, and sometimes he looks not old. Sometimes he has, like, a nice defined jaw of, like, maybe like a 27-year-old man, and then sometimes he looks 14. I thought that was awesome. I do think his song is ass. Sorry. I'm black as I can be. But it's also, it's interesting. What an interesting, awesome guy. Guy with a fang, and his eyes are red. Oh, he's sick. And I also feel like, representation of a gay person that is crazy is cool. I don't know. I support him. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think he's lots of fun. I loved when they were babies, him and Till, and they were beating each other's ass. That was awesome. Loved seeing him little in the slums, dead eyes, being held over the edge of a building. I think he's quite fun. He's very interesting. He's more interesting than a crazy gay guy gets to be on screen since, I guess, like, Hannibal. Listen, I'm not a Hannibal head. I watched most of the show, whatever. But I think Ivan is cooler. I think that's probably a controversial and bad take, but I'm willing to have those. I'm willing to have those for sure. I think Ivan forcing a kissy smooth and love upon Till in public is... It's like, it's genuinely... Because you... In context, right, in the show, you already, like... These people are being shot. We got the aliens shooting them on the stage, so... In this sort of world, you would want to see something frankly bizarre, crazy, and etc. In a way... It also was giving, like, old school yaoi, okanaganai, like... I'm sorry to say it. Like, I just feel that he queened out one time. It was awesome. Well, he queens out all the time, but especially when he was doing his little forced kiss. To do such a forced kiss and then be shot dead is, like... I feel like I understood something new that day when I saw that. And, I think his look is awesome. And I hope he's resurrected soon. Ivern likers to the front. Okay. This is another easy one. Luka flop. Flop. Loser. Stinky. Uggy. Uggo. Freak. Idiot freak loser. So, I do respect also how he is messy. Messy, rude, evil, bad, provoking others on stage by invoking the song stylings and looks and mannerisms of, dead love or not love interests. I feel like that, like, despicable. But, like, you know, like, you love to hate him. I also really liked when Mizi was beating the fuck out of him. I thought that made me like Mizi a lot more. I thought that was so awesome. Good for her, you know? Get him again! In my opinion. But what I don't... It's just like being a clone, and then, I'm a clone, I saw my clones dead. Or maybe I killed him. I'm not really clear on that. I saw my clones dead. I found this girl. I love her. Die, brother. It's, like, not nothing to me, but I just wish he was cooler. Because he's, like, sort of sullen all the time, and then he comes alive just to, like, queer bait. It's, like, it's hard to explain. Gay for pay, gay for attention. I'm not hating on that. But I do wish, like, his thing with Hyuna was, like, anything. I wish it was more sickening. At this point, I wish he was crazier. Because, like, after Ivan's display, Luka's acting messy. That's a messy Bessie. Just being crazy on stage. But then when Hyuna's in front of him, he's not ripping his eyelashes out. He's not, like, grabbing her tongue and piercing it forcefully. Which is, like, what I feel some of the other characters, they do that sort of thing. And when she's in front of him, he's just like, I see you again. It would be cool if he had tried to shoot her. I feel like I would respect that more. Because he's not crazy enough. He's just a little crazy. But then, like, with everyone else, he's more crazy. The stuff he does is crazy. And then with her, he's just sort of like, ugh. Anyways, flop. True flop. Also, hate his hair. Hate his ugly hair. Now, okay, it gets kind of harder now. But Hyuna, I think, is cool. I like that she is a woman haunted by a gay guy that is straight. Like a metrosexual queer baiter haunts her life, but it, like, being that it's from the time where he was a child, I think it's not that cool. I feel like it would be cooler if they, like, met each other as adults and he killed Hyuna's brother on accident when they were, like, 17, I guess. And Hyuna would be an adult? Is that how it would work? Or even, like, 21, and then Hyuna now is, like, 34. I feel like that would be perfect. But, like, the childhood thing is not as interesting to me. But that's just my personal opinion. But all of them, right? They're all childhood, diva friends. Our childhood diva connection. Maybe, like, the premise, I'm like, whatever. Fucking whatever. I like that it makes them act crazy, but I also feel like it's a real head scratcher sometimes. Mizi, okay. I've been a slanderer of her name. I did not like her ass. Just because, like, Mizi's, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just sort of, like, self-insert character stand-in, main character, but she is very bland. I liked when we got to see more of her and Sua's nasty thing they had. I thought that was awesome. I liked her more then. And then, also, when she started beating the fuck out of Luka, I thought she was awesome then. Mizi, awesome! When she was sitting there, and then it looked like, it was like she had the codes to the nukes, or whatever, and she made a missile turn around in midair. She made a missile go up and then come down. That was cool, too. That was awesome. However, I am not convinced that they, like, I know, was the last one that was released? It wasn't Karma. Was it Finale? I guess maybe I should know this. Haha. But, let's look. No, it is Karma. Okay, so it didn't say Finale at all. I'm making things up. But, like, I feel like her and Taylor are gonna reunite and be like, we were both bisexual the whole time. For Till, that would be cool. But for Mizi, that's, like, annoying. Because then, and that they get married or whatever. Not married, I guess. They, raise those clone children that appeared. I don't know. I just don't feel very... I think my opinion on her, I could have a true opinion of her when it all ends, but not before then. Because I do not trust that her story is gonna go anywhere worth celebrating. That's just me. That's just my opinion. I feel, suspicious. But I would put Mizi, like, C, because she's not a flop like Luka, and she's had some real high moments. Love when she fights and etc. Love when she blew the place up. That was cool. Liked her and Hyuna drinking and fighting. Thought that was awesome. Back to Hyuna too, though. Like, why don't we see more of her? She's the current leader of the revolution, right? Like, I don't know. Ugh. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I never want to put women down. You know? But I want more. I want more. I would like to see more done with the character. I would like to see some truly crazy stuff. Which, you could argue when she was like, live and have love, Luka. I'm killed now. Like, but that's like, I wish she would have done something. I wish she would have cut off his leg. Here's my dream. That to save Luka or whatever, like, this time they're both off a cliff. And she is hanging onto his leg, and he's like, Missy, I'll never let go. I mean, Hyuna, I'll never let go. And then Hyuna takes out, like, a big old axe, and is like, later, and chops his leg off at the knee, and then she falls to her death with the leg, or, like, disappears. And then it's like, is she dead? Is she not dead? That would be so cool. And then Luka could get, like, like a sickening prosthetic. Anyways, I think that would have been way cooler than what we saw. The monologuing was confusing franchise, I would call it. The merch does seem awesome, though. This is the end with him, and it's Till. I have very mixed feelings about this guy. I think he was at his most awesome when he was a kid. I feel like he was so funny then. He was awesome. He was arguing, fighting, pooping, peeing, screaming, crying, getting his ass beat by the aliens, getting beaten up by Ivan, beating Ivan. Like, that's cool. That's awesome. A man that won't leave a gay woman alone, though. I'm sorry. It's too close to home for me. A guy that knows that you're gay, but still is like, I still like you. You're awesome. It's just not fair. I'm not saying he was gay bashing Meezy and like, I don't care. I can fix you. I'm not saying he did that. But I am saying that's annoying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm also saying when he killed that living guitar and there was a bunch of guts inside, that was pretty funny. I often, though, okay, listen, I don't love all the music in Alien Stage. Surprisingly, I thought, oh my clematis. I thought that song was good because it was like haunting, scary. Death at the end of the video. That's awesome. I got a clematis on my my deck right now. I've been growing it. It's been blooming. First year, too. That's awesome. It's a sign. But, like, Blink Gone, when I first heard it, was so nothing. It has grown on me, though. Blink Gone. That's cool. That's awesome. However, Till himself, I really liked the latest comic where Till was having scary visions of Ivan kissing him but scarily and whatever, and seeing a kid Ivan and drawing pictures for him. Like, I think that's cool. But that was the most awesome Till. I love his new motorcycle now that he's old. I like his new haircut too. Diva. Lovely. But at the same time, I just wish when I have to really choose my words carefully because because the things that I want to say. Anyways, I want to say something such as, I wish he had chopped Ivan's leg off. And so did Hyuna to Luka. But, like, I wish he was, like, ripping out Ivan's bangs while getting kissed forcefully. That would be so funny to me. biting him, anything, poking his eyes. I just like it. Till often is just, he just sort of has to receive a kiss, hug, and etc. in a way, and I feel that he would be much more interesting if when he was a kid, we got to know a bit more of what he was feeling, as in he was like, doing anything instead of just sort of being yeah, we pinned down and having to be kissed. I feel like if Ivan and Till were both quite rough, that'd be awesome. And for that reason, Till, I'm giving you between a C and a B. Because I think Till has done more. Well, no. Let me stop. He has not done more than Mizi in the actual, like, canon song thing. Mizi had the missile. Mizi blew them all up. He said, I hope we all die. That was so fucking funny. But Till, when he was a kid, I think was cool. And I like his motorcycle. And his hair. And honestly, good for them. I'm assuming the series will end with them living together, finding love together in their... I don't think it would be a lavender marriage. I think they would be actually kissing and hugging or whatever the fuck. But, and I just feel like that's gonna suck. But that's just my prediction. Hopefully I'm wrong. That'd be cool. Sometimes it's nice to be wrong. If you disagree with any of this, I don't care.